AI still lacks the concepts internalized by people that are experts on their own fields. That is an idea that I got into contact today when I read this text from Scott Young. His text is called "Is Vibe Coding the Future of Skilled Work?" And he talked a little bit about things that he vibe coded, but that he still needed the knowledge to do that. So he created some systems that would not work if he didn't know how he didn't have the knowledge behind them. So, and he also says that right now with AI and vibe coding, it is happening two things at once. First, the floor to develop a project drops, but the ceiling to develop and maintain a good project rises. And why? Because building something that runs is easier than ever. You can go to any AI, to Lovable, to ChatGPT, Cloud, and you can just prompt some things and you will get a prototype, and maybe you can get an MVP, a minimum viable product that shows a little bit about the solution that you want to solve with your code. But building something that holds now gets a higher bar. Why? Because now that everyone can make anything simply, anything that is simple, the demand for things that are really good, that are professional, will rise because as shitty versions of code are on the rise, also will be on the rise the good and professional versions of a system that with code. And he says, says that the hard part moved. It did not disappear. So now it is harder to build something that holds, that is not just a MVP or a prototype. And from my personal experience, my daily work routine, I see that now my clients have a prototype really fast, but they still have no way to finish it because they have no technical knowledge of how to finish it and really run the project. So the idea is shipped, but the knowledge did not come with it because as as I already see, the AI writes, the AI is able to write something, but when I create a project, I still make the call. So I still uh, got get into contact with code that looks correct, but it still is not that quite that right. I still need to think about how to test it, about how to validate, about checking if it was really what I needed, if that really solves the problem. And another example is that maybe there is a number that adds up and should not, and I had this kind of problem in a financial system that I've developed because AI that doesn't get all the context at once. So I need to plan really carefully and explain it to AI. And there is also check that says fine and measures nothing. This is a kind of problem when you are testing, and AI maybe if you just ask AI to write tests. I know that this is technical, but it's just an example. AI will come up with useless tests, and that's why this is also a problem. And what AI does not have, the concepts an expert carries, because AI is able to implement something, but it does not propose. So you still need someone that is an expert to do the call and to actually plan the project, and then it will delegate the writing part to AI. So AI is like a typewriter on asteroids because it does a lot faster than a human. But the decision making is still to the human. The human is still responsible to make the decisions. And why? From that idea, from the fact that the human still holds the decision making, what does the human need? The human needs, and to him, it is left the domain knowledge. This is the part you cannot prompt your way into. So if you don't know about, let's say, about working with Elementor in WordPress integrated with Cloud Code, this was the first example that got into my mind. I know how Elementor works, and I tried to see how far Opus 4.6, I guess, 4.5. I don't remember what was the model because it was some weeks ago. But I tried to make Opus get a page in Elementor and reproduce it in code, but it was not able to do that in just one prompt. I had to still explain to Cloud how Elementor structured the page, how was the code structured in by Elementary, because even if AI was able to do that, Cloud was not able to understand the core, the domain knowledge about how Elementor worked. And that is something really simple if you have this experience. And what I believe now is that it is a lot more important to study the fundamentals, because from understanding the theory of your own field and not just the tool you are using, like an AI agent, you will be able to develop this domain knowledge. It is something that will come with understanding the fundamentals and getting experience. And if you are someone that is not technical and you already shipped a project, please, for your own safety and for your own project and for your own clients, put someone technical on it, because built by AI is not the same as tested. Because, for example, last week a client of mine vibe coded a really simple system to manage his leads, but I got access easily to the API without being authenticated. And this is a really simple security problem, but I had to solve it on my own because my client did not have the domain knowledge about cybersecurity in his simple app. So if you are not technical, please just put someone to test your project, just to be sure that it will not actually uh, make you regret using AI on your project. So the main idea from today's video is that the code got cheap, but knowing what you are doing did not. And this idea came from this text from Scott Young. I will put it in the description. And for the ones that stayed until the end of the video, I care a lot about being good at your work, because getting good is not something for vanity, because it is actually owed to whoever you serve. And I get this kind of thinking because I really try to learn from Catholic examples, and mainly from Saint Jose Maria. And this text from him is really good. I will also put this text in the description if you want to check it out. So I see you guys in the next video.